Welcome to a video on how to create new services or new packages in your agency. I have to say, this is a really special one that I adore talking to agency owners about. It has been oversimplified in the digital agency world that you can, maybe sign up for a new partner program, take on a new software and just simply add a new package into your business. I have seen this happen over and over again. Agency owners, like I've spoken about in the agency people pillar, you're an entrepreneur, you're full of great ideas. You can start a project and not finish it, but your employees are not excited about your new project because they can see a trail of other ones that never got finished. So that's why your team isn't excited. They've probably got project fatigue. You've come in guns blazing, you've gone to hypergrowth, you've seen Drift, you come in and you're like, we're going to sell Drift, it's going to be great. But you've no plan and you've got no way of actually creating the service and executing it properly in the business. So I'm going to walk you through an actual template. Again, you're going to be able to download this in the resources section, walk through it yourself. And for any of the agencies that I work with, I actually don't let them announce new ideas to their agency team until they fill out the following template. So I'm going to walk you through that. What it's involving is the whole scoping. You're actually going to look at the why, who, what, when, where, why of the idea that you have. Because really, it is only an idea until you create this document that I'm going to show you. You have to look at how much does it cost and the pricing and how much you're going to sell it for. And you also have to build a promotion plan for it as well. So let's go ahead and look at the actual template that I have here. For each service and package, you must create this and answer a line, every single line in this. So as we start up here, what is the name of what you're going to sell? And it can be a TB confirmed. It can be something, a project name, working title, but it needs a name. So what are you going to call it? Who is it for? And when will it be launched? Why is it something you need to sell? Like, what problem is it solving in the marketplace? What is the service that you would offer so that you could explain it if Granny asked you? What is that? You must use simple language. We are notorious in the digital marketing world for using acronyms, and you must have a very simple one line. Again, I've spoken about this to agency owners. If you've got a great idea, that's all it is. You need to sit down and go through this template, fill it out to the best of your capabilities, and then scope it out with a senior person on your team, and then you can announce it to the team, but only until this is fleshed out. When would a client buy this? At what stage of the buyer's journey would they be working with you for this? Where would you implement it? Is it going to be implemented online? Is it going to be implemented on site? Why would they need it? What are the outcomes of actually getting this into their business? Or is it a nice idea? You have to drill into your great ideas. As the agency owner, nobody ever asks you these questions, but you can't seem to get your team fired up because you have not finished all the great ideas that you've brought to your agency. How, in one sentence, would you deliver it? Again, as if you were explaining to a granny or your child, simple, basic language. Does this product or service fit with your core values? Is it aligned with the agency positioning statement that you've done at the very beginning? Which persona is it aimed at? What are the typical challenges would a client have that this service could solve? And get clear about that. What are the types of results that you are expecting to achieve with your clients for this service? Next, you move on to pricing. How much does it cost to deliver it finished? So you must put all the line items in here in approximate hours. How much are you going to charge your clients for this? How many hours do you estimate it's going to take? Who on the team is going to build it? You cannot be solely involved in building everything on your team because that's the bottleneck where that will cause in the future. Who on the team is going to sell it? Again, it can't be you all the time. You need to pass your knowledge on so that you can get out of that role. Who on the team is going to service it? So you've got someone to build it. Is the same person building it going to service it? How many can they service? Will you reach capacity? Are you going to hire another person? I think a classic example of that recently is sales enablement. We all know companies need it, but who in your agency is qualified to sell it? And you're going to go, oh, me. And it's like, great. Are you going to go out and sell everyone? And then who's going to be able to service it? And you go, oh, me. Well, what are you doing? Selling or servicing it? So again, as an agency owner, we get really passionate about all these ideas that we have. But until there's a plan in place and this template is executed, it's just that. It's a great idea. Next, you move on to promoting. So again, having this all fleshed out, maybe even starting a landing page with some bullet points, going back through, you've answered some of these questions about the challenges, who it's for. You could create a video about it. You need to look at an order form for the client. How is the client going to physically get this from you? Are you making a proposal every time? Do you have a template for that proposal? Then you need an internal order form. How, when you've got the client on board, do you hand it over to someone on the team? Do you have sales material for the sales team? Do you have external education material for clients? Do you have videos? Do you frequently ask questions? Do you have internal education on how to sell it? Do you have internal processes on how to service it? Have you got internal education on actually how to service? Do you have a presentation ready for the team on the complete project, all of this information that you've got here end to end? Because until you have this template finished and a presentation for your team, are they ever going to have faith in you for your new ideas? You have to prove to your team that not only are you great at coming up with new ideas, but you have thought about every single process as part of this. This is why agency teams get project fatigue and they don't get excited about your great new idea that you had when you came back from a conference. After that, you're going to work on an inbound campaign or a marketing campaign. And finally, you have to look at, are you updating the agency playbook with all the steps involved on the processes, market, sell, service, and delight in this package? And that is why you need to have all of these systems involved when you are creating how to implement a new project in your digital agency. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a very detailed one, but this is why your new ideas aren't getting traction in your business.